Well, let me make sure my camera isn't picking up. Okay, great. Hello everyone. So today we're gonna just work on some general shop update stuff. I don't have any commissions in the works right now. I sent out that Oregon piece this morning. So I just got back from the post office and then I went to I worked out. I went to the gym. It was in my garage. So we're just gonna focus entirely on our shop updates for the next week now, because it is next Saturday. So today we're gonna do some painting, some more painting,
Wow.
and some foiling.
Do you mean for it to say paint and foil?
Yeah, it says paint and foil part 3.
It says paint is foil.
Oh. Well, poop.
Sorry, YouTube. She'll be right back.
I'm not gonna, I don't know. I'm not gonna change it. It's the same title as it was last time. Thank you for the lemon, Leo. How are you doing today? Why does it say that? Alright, let's see if that updates. Great. If it doesn't update, I don't really care. But anyway, yes. We're gonna paint some stuff. As I was saying, I was trying to gather my thoughts. We're gonna foil some stuff, because that's basically all that's left now. Hey Mags, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Let's create a game plan for the day. I haven't written out a list yet because I was finishing up that order this morning. So let's go ahead and write ourselves a to-do list for this stream / for the rest of the day, and then we'll see what we get done. Let's see. We need to paint the last alien. We need to actually foil the planets today. So we're gonna foil 6 planets. And if we do more, then that's great. Foil 1 large UFO. And if we do more, then that's great. And what else? Ooh, we can start painting painting the mushrooms. Paint mushrooms. That always takes a while, so we can work on that. I think we'll start with foiling and then we'll work our way to painting. I think that's what I want to do today. This music is very soothing, but I think I'm gonna fall asleep, so I might have to change it. Let's see. Synthwave. All is well, still in my pajamas and washing some glass and straightening my work area. Ooh, very exciting. What are you gonna be working on today? Also, hello, Kara. We were writing a game plan. I'm right-handed, but it's flipped, so everything's all backwards. Foiling first. Foiling first. We already did these 2. So we'll get our 6 little baby planets. It'd be a shame if I don't just do all of them, because I only have 8 planets left. Yeah, we'll just start with this. It feels less overwhelming if you're just like, I'm just gonna do 6, and then you finish them and you're like, man, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well today. It's Friday. Yes. Friday. not glassing today, but doing a stained glass. Ooh, cute. Hey Dan, happy Friday, welcome. How's it going? We're just gonna be working on some foiling first and foremost, and then we're gonna get into painting. Here, we'll put this over here so y'all can see a little planet. Ooh! You can even see the iridescence, which is very strange. Normally you can't see anything. Yeah. Does anyone have any super fun, awesome, megatastic weekend plans? My little one is still out of school and it makes it hard to do glass while she's home. I gotcha. How old is she again? I don't recall how old, but I feel like she's 4 for some reason, but I don't remember. I don't know if you've ever even said it. Ooh, what are you working on right now, Dan? Happy birthday, Bishop! Oh my gosh, 10 going on 17. Oh, bless him. He's so cute. Making plant steaks. I really want to make plant steaks. I really want to. What are they specifically? Are they like just little plants, like plantception? Like, are they plants on steaks in plants? Hey Fox, thank you so much. I am also very excited. It's always like nerve-wracking when leading up to shop updates, but this one has been really fun. So I've gotten to explore all of the little like planetary things that I've always wanted to make. How are you doing today, by the way? Yes, it is July 31st at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. I have it, the last one was very early, which I know is not possible for some people who are on the Pacific Coast. Because it was 6 a.m. for them. But I'm glad you're doing well. I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. I just want to go biking. Alright, we need our scissors. We need our fiddle stick. Oh, it's already over here. Alright, great. Our little fiddle stick. Alright, let's just go ahead and start with this one. We always want to start with our foil on the inside portion of the glass. I did a foiling video recently and I guess I forgot to mention that. I know I've mentioned it in some video before, but we always want to start our foil on the inside. That way it's not exposed to the outer edge. Ooh, yes, please, I would love to see it. Where do you, what are you using for the stick? For the steak, I guess. I've seen people use copper rods. Did you just like order it online if that's what you used? I don't think there's something. She goes back to school, I'll be able to stay longer on your live stream. Heck yeah. Back to school. I always hated going back to school when I was a kid. It was like torture. Copper rods. I don't see why they wouldn't work, Dan. I don't see why not. I've never seen like a specific, I don't know. I've never seen a specific like copper rod for stained glass, so I just assume you like go to Home Depot and get them. From what I've seen, Mags, you just attach it to the back. So like you would just solder it to the back side, like probably to where, let's like turn this over, pretend this is the back. You'd probably just solder it up to here. Solder it here, and then solder it there. I can't imagine it's very cute, but I'll definitely be looking forward to if you post some updates, Dan. Keep us posted. Let us know how it goes. All right. Now we start the slow process of burnishing these little 90-degree turns. Actually, it's more than that. Would you put additional support anywhere? I'm not honestly sure. Mags, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know how secure it feels, and if you would need to put like maybe a wire that like loops around it or something. It's something that I feel like you just have to kind of feel out whenever you do it. So I would assume that for something small like these, it would be fine to just like solder the bar directly onto the back like that, and as long as it's in a few spots, like it's probably pretty secure. But I don't know, sometimes you do things and they surprise you, and then you're like, oh, and then you just have to figure it out as you go. Speaking of plants, by the way, I have a calathea. That she has shot up 4 new leaves. Hi, Alicia. Hey, Noctis. How you doing?
Did you hear Evan?
Yeah, what's up?
He was like doing his like going crazy on the couch, and he was like on his own on the other side of the room, and he just screamed.
He's probably just like hit that threshold of old man dogness where he's just like talking. It's just him talking. I don't know. So? He's just really vocal. Either that or something in his ears hurting him. He's got those hairs in his ear that just like are so deep down. There's probably one that's like tickling in it. He just hates it. Hey, how's it going? I just wanted to show everyone this plant. It's a little like messed up in a few spots. But look, there's one, oh, you can't even see the whole thing. This is a new leaf. This is a new leaf coming up. There's 2 more. There's one here. You can't really see it. There's one here, and there's one here. I don't know how I'm doing it. Because the last one I killed so fast. You know what I think did it though? I pruned like, I think I pruned 3 leaves recently. And it was just like, yes!
Hello.
Hi. It's got a little bit of like, it's a little crispy on some of the leaves because I forgot to water it a while ago. But I think now that it's sending up so many, I'll probably prune those off. The little crispy bits.
Nice.
Hello, Neil.
What's this?
Planets?
No, the screen.
Oh, it's because it's focused on my face camera right now, and it shows you like the distance from the camera to the other side in pixels. Like it helps measure or something. I don't know.
Nice.
Yes, turning a new leaf. Hello. I just those plants die really easily, so I'm just like surprised that I've kept it alive for now over a year. Pat on the back. Oh, let me move this. Oh, my arms. But those plants are really cool because they do this at night where they just like all their leaves go up. And it's really cute. And then in the morning, it's like back down. Caught too much sun and you look like a tomato. Oh no! I know the feeling. All right, there's that piece. Like a glove. Perfect. Were you just like out doing yard work or did you go somewhere? Can you go anywhere? Isn't everything like locked down right now? Are you just basking in the sun's glory? The 8 hours of sun that the UK gets every year? Just finished soldering, now I'm using the magic eraser. Channeling your inner Rachel. Going to do black patina next. Now seeing you're on. Lovely! What are you working on or specifically right now? What project are you finishing up? Beach. I just didn't think about lotion. Gotcha. We need to have a beach day sometime soon. Although... Bear watching. Bear watching. I love it. I don't know why that tickles me so much. The flowers and plants out back are huge. Conker tree still amongst them. A commissioned angel. Aw, nice. Just lovely. Oh, what I was gonna say was I want to do a beach day, but right now, the area that I'm in, there was a huge, like, pollution thing that happened recently where there was a phosphorus plant that, like, one of the, like, holding containers broke, and then they just poured a bunch of, like, phosphorus toxin crap into Tampa Bay, and it's, like, exacerbated red tide, so there's just, like, thousands of dead fish everywhere in the bay right now. No, Alicia. I didn't solder it on stream. I soldered it last night and I was not having a very good date yesterday. Like, I don't know why, I just wasn't. So it took me almost 4 hours to solder just because of how intricate it was, and I was fighting so hard with the lead came, so I was like, I'm so glad I didn't. I'm so glad I didn't stream it. Only one bear. A frozen bear. All right. This one needs the bigger copper foil. But yeah, so I did that. I'm gonna post the finished product to my Discord. I posted it on my Instagram story. Oh, it is being reported to tons and tons of environmental people right now. I mean, when it happened, this happened a few months ago, and it was like people were evacuated from the area that it happened. It was an area called Piney Point, and it was like evacuated because it's radioactive waste, and it was just being poured into the bay. So that was kind of like concerning because, you know, they're like, oh, it's just localized to the, it's gonna affect all of the water. And then there was something that happened where a sinkhole opened up. Where did it open up? I can't remember. But a sinkhole opened up, and Mosaic has just been dumping fertilizer into the Florida aquifer because it goes down so far that it's going into the Florida water table. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't understand how people aren't more concerned about like the people up top who are making these decisions about like, yeah, like at Mosaic, it's like, you realize you live here too. Like, those people, you live here. You are literally poisoning yourself. I just don't get it. I do not understand it. All for the sake of making more money, but then you're gonna like sprout an arm out of your neck. Like, I just don't get it. Having an annoying moment, used black. Oh, one bar. I was like, one bear, what? Just one of those stream things that you just like, you just read it and then it goes in one ear and out the other. Having an annoying moment, use black backed foil, but I guess my soldering iron is too hot because there's droppings from the tape. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, that happens sometimes. It even happens to me. So usually what I'll do is go in with an X-Acto knife. What is that? Oh. What is going on? Brian's releasing the pressure in a pressure cooker, and I was like, what is that? Mind you, Russia did worse things, resulting in the Chernobyl disaster. Yeah, I just don't understand it. And I'm not like, trust me, I'm pretty crunchy. Like, I'm pretty granola crunchy, like, you know, but I'm not like a super intense environmental person. I just don't, I feel like it's just logical to want to take care of the planet that we're living on and not have Mosaic dump chemicals and fertilizer into the Florida water table. Like, that's the one place that is like, I don't know, I just don't get it. I don't understand it. Mosaic has been, I think, like unchecked for a while though, so I got a bone to pick with them. They are stupid. People are not clever. Yeah. Yep. They just want to make money. Not to sound like... Like I said, not to sound like super crunchy or anything, but it's just silly. I like solar energy, but afraid I dislike wind. Those wind turbines are a blot and kill bird. As you say, money comes first. Yeah, I've heard that. And honestly, I'm not too educated on like wind power, but from everything that I've heard, it's just like not super efficient. So it's not really a feasible thing to maintain. Because I understand there has to be a balance between what we can, yeah. There has to be a balance between what we need and, like, what we literally need to, like, help run things. And, you know, not absolutely just decimating everything on the planet. I feel like that's a pretty logical... I don't know. I feel like it's a pretty logical argument there. It would be cool if we just, like, had more solar, but I don't know everything that goes into making solar panels and the batteries that would be needed. Like, I know some people have said that, like, electric cars are great and all, but then the, like, lithium mining or whatever mining that they have to do for these, like, chemicals, it's super... not great for the environment. I feel like I want to use a thicker foil. This is a very thick glass. We're gonna redo this because I don't like how thin this foil looks. Yeah, exactly. And they've bought everything, polluted all rivers and lakes, poisoned land, concrete everything, cut down all trees, hunted everything to extinction. They can eat their cash. See, and the thing is, like, I'm not really, so what I'm saying is, like, I understand, I'm not the type of person where I'm like, oh, like,
Any piece of chicken?
oh, that looks tasty. No, I'm good. If I get any food on my hands, it's game over. I don't want to eat it.
You guys want some?
He's presented us with food.
It's a burrito that I haven't wrapped yet. Just offering you some chicken.
Thanks. But yeah, I'm not into, so, like, it's very, there's been, like, a system put in place where we rely on the power that companies give us, right? So me as an individual, I don't feel as though I should be made to feel bad by these large companies who are like, you're polluting the earth. It's like, no, you're polluting the earth and you've made it so you have complete control over everything and we have no other options. Solar is very expensive. I know, Brian is a better cook than me. So, I don't know. That's my hot take. I don't feel like I should be made to feel guilty because these people have made a system where it's like that's the only option. And then they have like giant factories and stuff that they just like send over to other countries which have zero environmental regulations. That's end of my soapbox rant though. End of rant. This foil looks a lot better like this. I'm glad I chose to do the thicker foil. Oh no, it's okay, Mags. I hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you next time. One other thing in the same energy rant though is I don't think that it should be confused that like I want to live off grid and use solar power. Like I don't want to be part of like I want to move off grid as to like completely get free of the little system, right? But, you know, so just know that I'm not going to sit here. I don't have like a Hummer or anything. Here in the UK, they're making huge mistakes. Should invest more in national rail travel rather than one super fast train, which is costing hundreds of billions. Julia Robert, Pelican Brief, Steven Seagal on Dangerous Ground. They did an Avatar. Dances with Wolves. Julia Roberts' Pelican Brief? Is that... Wait, what are you referring to, Neil? I'm sorry. Heck yes. Was when he was cook on the ship. I'm so... Hey, John. I'm back on my dumb shit, but thank you. Thank you for keeping it chill, keeping it cool in the chat. I appreciate that. Every time you come into the chat, John, it's like a wrecking ball coming in. Like I feel like you have these dramatic entrances and it's hilarious. Maxillid what? I'm not on DLive right now, but if you join my Discord, there's a promote yourself tab and you can definitely post in there. Because otherwise I won't have the link to it. So, Pelican Brief. I have like literally no... About pollution, she was threatened. Wait, I thought she... Oh, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of Erin Brockovich. That's the movie I'm thinking of. Yeah, DLive is pretty fun. That's where I started streaming originally, and I enjoy it. Everyone over there is a real hoot. But yeah, if you want to join my Discord, nasty boy, feel free. Yeah. I have an extension on my browser too, which allows me to have like as many of the GIFs as I want. I love it. I have so many stickers. I'm low-key in love with Miley Cyrus. She's alright. Another good film for her based on reality right now. Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's just that's the best place to post links. Like I said, my chat is Restream chat, so I'm not on not Discord. I'm not on DLive, Twitch, or YouTube right now. I'm just like have my stream thing up and then I have the chat. So any people or anything, like, it just gets buried in the chat, and then for me to go back later, it's impossible unless it's like there's a link on Discord. But there's a channel in my Discord about promoting yourself, and anyone can use it to promote yourself. All I ask is that if you join Discord, you are respectful and you're not mean to people, because I'll just ban you. Yes, Alicia, your comments are coming through. I think John is in I don't think you're in Oklahoma, are you, John? No, you didn't do anything. I'm just saying. I'm just putting out a general message for any new people who want to join the Discord. Be respectful or I'll just ban you. I have one mod. That's it, one mod. Man, I miss when Brian used to stream and I was his mod and people would come in and I would just ban them from the chat so easily. Poor Pepe's in jail. What did he do wrong? Bless him. John Jones is a UFC champ. How could he be there though? He's so cute. Look at little Pepe in jail. Bless him. He didn't do anything. His pupils are a little big though. I don't know. It's kind of sus. Kind of sus. This guy, also a cocaine and steroid enthusiast and a church boy too. Great. This guy's a softball parent like me, several common friends. Can you imagine? I can imagine that the name John Jones is probably pretty common though. Probably pretty common. Ooh, yes, Alicia, I did. I'm sorry. I saw it last night and then I was like, I'll comment back in the morning, and then I forgot. Ooh, yes. Feel free to join the Discord, John. I really like it, Alicia, with the pink flower, like the reddish flower. Let me pull it up. The yellow one, I felt like it was too distracting from the mushroom, whereas with the kind of similar like mauve and reds and pinks for like the flower and the just the warm colors, the mushroom felt like it was like front and center, if that makes sense. Yeah, little ice skates. Aw, Dan, I like these little plant stakes. Sweaty what's happening? They're precious. The one in the top left is my favorite. It's really cute. Steve B or Elfsar? You got a follow from Elfsar. Nice. Oh, no, I don't think I did then, Alicia. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think I saw your comment on here, Alicia, about it. I thought you were referring to the Discord post. Might have gotten just buried. Okay, great. T-Live is so chaotic. I love it. Jeez, John, chill out. Chill. You need to chill. My goodness. I think Discord is a great platform, especially sharing links, videos. Most people in my Discord, everyone in my Discord is super nice. I've never had a problem. But I think it's just because most people who join like an art Discord, they just Radical Skedaddle is an amazing flavor. That is absolutely my favorite. I stopped drinking caffeine a few months ago, and I would definitely say that Radical Skedaddle is one of the things that I miss most about not drinking energy drinks. I understand, John. That's hands down the best flavor too. I'm going to close and come back, see if I can fix the freezing bear. Okie dokes, Alicia. I'll be here as long as my internet is still going. I finally got a 6mm drill bit to get on with that picnic bench table. I wish I could see pictures of some of the things that you're making, Neil. Because I would love to put like I would love to just be able to visualize it. 6mm or 7mm drill bits I find always the most used. I just recently got a drill, and I got these like big hole drillers because I had an evil idea. Not an evil idea, it was like a good idea for a way to combine wood burning and stained glass. I still refuse to tell anyone what it is though, because I haven't done it. Oh, Neil, just email it at SunBearGlassCraft@gmail.com. So just like my username at Gmail, and you can send me pictures that way. I'm horrendous at checking my email, as anyone who's tried to email me knows. But I try. Alicia's on her phone, and I think it keeps freezing because she doesn't have very good service. So her bear watching is being interrupted. The gold tape it's called copper foil tape. Mine is specifically black backed. There's a few different color backings that you can have, but I only ever use the black backed foil because it sticks better than the copper or silver backed, in my experience. And if we want to get even more specific, the size that I'm currently using is 7/32. Yes, Neil, that is correct. You are correct. Gonna have to hurry up and finish eating so I can cut my lunch short and not watch YouTube on my computer again. How is being, you said you were back in the office, right, Alicia? I think you said that. And if so, how is that going? Hopefully not terrible. Okie dokes, Neil. Sound good. I'll be here. Flood came and went back in the lonely office. Oh. How many people do you work with, Alicia? Do you have like a big team? Or is it just like you and a few other people? I don't think there's any reason for people to go back, personally. Personally. Yes, staying completely on task Not watching anything that might help you enjoy your work a little more. Not watching. Y'all, I still have so much that I have to do for this shop update. My face is smiling, but I'm stressed. This one, it didn't sneak up on me, but I didn't have a Dr. Pepper floats. What? Oh, like a root beer float, but Dr. Pepper instead. Okay, I thought you just meant like you could chuck some Dr. Pepper. I was like, and it would float. That sounds amazing. We have over 14K employees, but web is made up of 16 people. Ooh, it's a lot. I think I've said it before, but like being self-employed, I think if you're self-employed for any amount of time, it just like destroys you. And I mean that in a good way. Like, it destroys your ability to ever go back and have like a normal job. Because the idea of having a normal job now, like, I would do anything. I would do anything to not go back to working a normal job. I just couldn't. Not anything. We'll just say that. Not anything, but like, I'll live in my car. I don't care. I don't care. But, kind people of the internet, I would like it if you could help me not live in my car if that ever happens. I've seen some people making bank on DoorDash. Making bank, but it sounds pretty, it doesn't sound terrible. Like, you can listen to audiobooks and stuff while you're driving, which is, I feel like, a pretty decent setup. John, that's my favorite part about hot tub streamers, okay? So that is my favorite part. The idea that there are these women in hot tubs for like 6 hours at a time, and then like they're kind of, their upper body is always above water, like they're just standing in the water, and so they'll like look really cute, and they have like their bikinis, and their makeup is all perfect, and they're just stunning. And then, like, you just think about the fact that their feet are waterlogged. Their toes are all wrinkled. Kills me every time. Every time. Like, Amaranth, her toes are probably so wrinkly at the end of her streams. I just makes me laugh so hard. I'm wondering if when they're going to send us back to working from home, numbers and OK are climbing fast despite the vaccine. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen soon enough. I've heard whisperings of them wanting to do more work from home situations. I'm trying to avoid like trigger words because I don't want to get like flagged by the algorithm or whatever for like misinformation. But I mean, I've heard whisperings of that happening like in the fall, and like they already want to do it, so it'll happen. They all have a trench foot. I hate feet. Alicia, on Twitch, they made an entire category for hot tub streamers. There's hundreds. There's hundreds of hot tub streamers, and they all have their wrinkly trench foot. Oh, it's good. It's just like a Twitch thing, though. Like, I've never seen it on DLive, and I've never seen it... Like, I've only ever seen it on Twitch, really. These Sims need to go. You know? Everyone's just trying to live their life. Simps are gonna simp. Please don't flag me, Twitch. I think that's like actually like a bad word on Twitch, so. My Twitch overlords. No, there's not. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is one thing that I'll say, Noctis, is I don't appreciate everyone's always thought that ASMR, there's always been like a category of people that think ASMR is like a sexual thing, which for those who aren't familiar with it, it's not. It is not a sexual thing. It's like just a relaxing thing to help, I don't know, it just helps you chill out. And some people don't experience it. If you don't know what ASMR is by now, just use Google, please. I don't want to like explain what it is, but my doctor was very anti-blank for herself until recently. She's even concerned now. This is one topic that I do not want to weigh in on at all, like I said, because I just don't want to get flagged by YouTube for even saying the words. So I hope you'll understand, Alicia, that I won't say too much about it. Because even just talking objectively about it, it's just like, I don't want my business to get flagged. That's it. Alicia, usually they'll be writing, like, they'll have a, like an inflatable, like Amaranth has a big pickle, and she'll, like, be straddling it, and she'll be writing people's names on it that are subscribed to her. The best thing to help me sleep is the sound of rain. There are vids on YouTube with black screen. Yes, absolutely. I love those. I love those. Lately, I've been falling asleep to, like, kind of just people talking about random stuff. There was, like, some Zelda, like, Legend of Zelda, like, Breath of the Wild YouTubers that, like, I started falling asleep to their videos. And then I found this random guy who talks about, like, I have no idea why he was suggested to me. He has like 50,000 subs on YouTube. He talks about like esoteric knowledge, and he hasn't posted in months, but all of his videos are live streams. And he like talks about like spirituality and religion and like esoteric knowledge and all this stuff. And like his live streams are like an hour. And I find the topics very interesting. But within 5 minutes, just because of his cadence. Right, John? You can't even say it without being flagged. Very strange. But, yeah, like, something about this guy's cadence and just, like, I don't know. Sleep Cove will make you fall asleep quickly. Let me look this up, because I like my sleepy music, or my sleepy stuff. My brain doesn't turn off, so... Yeah, my brain doesn't turn off. What am I looking up? Sleep Cove. So I like to have stuff to just like drown it out. Sleep Cove. Ah, yes. Alright, cool. My favorites are the Alice in Wonderland chapters. Okay, Alicia. But yeah, also, Alicia, I don't know what they can stream for 6 hours about. It's ridiculous. So my I'm a it's so lame to say it. I sleep with a nightlight because I'm scared of the dark still. Like, I don't know how. I'm almost 27 and I just like am spooked by the dark, but I am. So I have a little bear nightlight. Like, it's a little bear sitting on the ground. It's like real tiny, but I don't mind having, I usually just put my screen on, like I just turn my phone upside down, but I'm not too, it's not too bad if there's some light coming from the screen. I watched too many scary movies when I was really young, I think, and I have a really, really active imagination, so I think that's why I just don't like the dark. I think it was Sheryl Crow a long time ago that did the voiceover for a wildlife program. Well, Brian comes to bed much, much later than me. Not much, but I mean, usually quite a few hours. So falling asleep, I just get spooked. Just get spooked. He's more of a night owl, and I'm a morning person. I like to lay in total silent darkness and pretend I'm dead so that I don't have to go to work. It's lit. Hey, whatever gets you through it. I don't like this edge. I'm gonna grind this real quick. Only 4 to 5 hours? What the heck? Alright, Neil. I'll check them out in a little bit. Probably after my stream. Why do you only sleep 4 to 5 hours? I would die. I would be dead. My grandma only sleeps like 5 hours though. I can't listen to music to fall asleep. I'm too into it no matter what. Soft rain is perfect. Yeah, I don't think I can fall asleep to music. Like when I was like 14, I tried to like listen to My Chemical Romance while I would like go to sleep because like that's what dumb kids do. I don't know. But yeah, normal music, even like the like relaxing music. Bear watching. My brain insists on keeping me awake. Your brain's just like, not today. You ain't sleeping. That's how I feel. For some reason, my brain doesn't let me sleep very well on Friday nights. Like Friday night, I sleep horribly, and I always wake up on Saturday really grumpy because I just didn't sleep very well. It's every Friday. Any other day, Saturday night, I sleep like a baby. I wake up at like 8 on Sunday, and I'm just like happy as a little clam. But there's something about Friday nights that, I don't know, I like anxiety myself. I'm like, yeah, I'm so excited, it's Friday! And then I like don't sleep well. Stupid. I think I lack our natural melatonin. Has it always been like that, or is that like a more recent thing, do you think? Yeah, anytime I take melatonin, it messes me up. Like, I usually sleep really well, but then like the next night, it's just like last few years. It's very frustrating. There's a lot of things that go into like affecting your sleep though, so sometimes it's hard to narrow it down. I mean, like screen time, everyone's just on their screens all the time, and like I'm guilty of it too, and it just destroys your circadian rhythm. But like eating too late, too close to bedtime, that can mess up your sleep. Dehydration just like destroys every part of your life. Oh, thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you. I really appreciate the super chat. If you take melatonin supplements, your brain takes the backseat and prevents natural melatonin. Thank you so much, Alicia. I really appreciate it. Usually sleep with the radio and the lights on. Neil, you mad lad. What are you doing? There's like those people that are like, I can just fall asleep standing up. I'm just like, what? What do you mean? I can't sleep on planes or like anywhere that's not my bed. If it's not nighttime and it's not my bed, there's no way I'm sleeping. None. I'll be like, oh, I'm so tired. I'll try to take a nap, and then I'm just on my phone for like 2 hours. It's so stupid. Just silly. Okay, we're almost done with our 6 planets, and then we can move on to maybe more planets, maybe other foily things, we'll see. For all, there's still Dr. Berg on YouTube who has loads of info on sleeping and lots more. I'll have to check it out. Dr. Berg. The way that I said that reminded me of this video recently, where is this guy with this really thick British accent, and he was like, I just learned that Americans call chickpeas garbanzo beans. I call them chickpeas. I've never heard anyone say garbanzo beans, but it made me laugh. My brother-in-law has a lot of medical issues, but one of them is a sleeping disorder. He can go to sleep mid-sentence sometimes. Ooh, what is that, like narcolepsy? People just like falling asleep mid doing whatever. Yay! Planets are done. Technically I have 2 more. Let's foil these today too. I baked all of these honeycomb star pieces, so we'll foil these. Garbanzo. I thought they were two different things. I have no idea though. But yeah, garbanzo beans. And I think someone said that like the difference was because of the like Spanish influence or something, like Spanish speaking influence. Because everyone in the comments were like, ooh, dumb Americans. And then everyone was like, but wait, they're just in a different area. I don't know if everyone just heard my ankles pop, but they popped very loudly. Oh, also, speaking of paints, I learned how to pronounce the paints. And it's Pebeo. Pebeo. Or Pebeo. Pebeo? Oh god, I already messed it up. Hold on, I think it's Pebeo. Hold on. I just confused myself so much. I learned how to say this. Doesn't know how to say it. This is like the same thing as the Eugogeny Yakagani, where I've like been saying it so much.
Pebeo.
Pebeo. Pebeo. Pebeo. Pumpkin pie. Oh, I'm not saying that, John. It's potato, right? Tomato. I always thought it was Pebeo. Or like, I don't know, I just didn't know how to say it, so I said Pebeo. So, you're not a loser, Dan, don't worry. Sometimes we just don't know how to pronounce things and we just do our gosh darn best. I like this glass a lot. It's fun being out in the dark, just having a work torch as cars come along. Oh, it is like it is like nighttime there, isn't it? Oh. I forgot it was later when I started the stream. Time just flies. Time just flies on by. In October, Brian and I will have been together for 5 years, which is just wild. Wild. The comment I posted earlier was about my disappointment in the expensive ass. Oh no! Which one? What did you get? How much did you get? What does it look like? Why are you disappointed? Please elaborate. I barely got enough good color out of it for that stem. That's the problem with art glass, I would say. It doesn't surprise me. It's all so different. I ordered from the devil. Who's the devil? Are you talking about Delphi? I'm sure they're all right. There's just like the contrarian in me can just never order from them. Oh. I used to live in a block of flats and something opened bedroom. Ew, that's creepy. Was it haunted? Also, The other day, someone who's watching my streams, who I don't think I've ever actually seen them comment on anything, gave me a book recommendation called Clan of the Cave Bears, and it sounds super awesome, and I ordered it. So if anyone has any other fiction book recommendations, please give them to me so I can read other things. I really want to have like some... I always get like digital books, but I really want some physical books. I have a bunch, but I want to switch back to getting only paperbacks and hardcovers. I prefer to do business with smaller businesses. Yes, that's the way to go. I agree. But yeah, any book recommendations, please give me. I don't know if my like regular people were here when I had that stream, so I figured I would ask. I was telling my friend the other day that unless a book has to do with like fairies and high fae and like that sort of like fantasy setting, I just usually don't read it. So, but I like fantasy genre in general. Confederacy of Dunces is funnier than any book. Sirens of Titan or Player Piano. Sirens of Titan. Fiction. I guess nonfiction is alright too. I just tend to like, when I want to chill out and read, I tend to go more towards fiction. I have a bunch of nonfiction books that I want to read right now. One of them is Food of the Gods by Terrence McKenna. And then I have like a few other books that are about like aliens and stuff that I really want to read, and I just like don't read them. They're on my bookshelf, I just don't read them. But I used to buy books, and then I just I didn't like know what kind of books I like to read, and now I know more so what kind of books I like to read. I tend... Confederacy of Dunces. It's a New Orleans hot dog salesman story. Alright, well, I took a picture of the chat so I can look back at it later and look them up. I tend to prefer nonfiction. One of my favorite fiction is Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire. You know, I've never read that. I love the movie because I saw the movie when I was a little kid and I fell in love with Brad Pitt. That was like my first like crush, I suppose, like celebrity crush, was vampire Brad Pitt when I was like in 5th grade or something. But that's a good recommendation. I should read that. Set some pretty high expectations for me for the Tumblr. But alas. I ripped the foil, so we're gonna patch it. This is way bigger of a patch than we would ever actually need, but that's fine. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. All right. So we're just gonna gingerly cut this foil away. Confederacy of Dunces. Let's see. Now I'm very curious. I want to read a summary of this. Let's see. Ah, yes. Thank you for autofilling, Google. I appreciate you listening to me at all times. Literature of the Southern United States. Oh no, the description is already hilarious. The main character is an overweight and unemployed 30-year-old with a degree in medieval history who still lives with his mother. I know so many people that fit that description. He lives in utter loathing of the world around him, which he feels has lost the values of geometry and theology. One day, while buying strings for his lute, he gets into an argument with an well-meaning but unlucky police officer, which evolves into the officer who accuses him of being a communist, arrests a nearby retiree named Claude. Oh, this is good. I like the beginning. I have a band-aid on my finger and it's like when a dog is a cousin. That's okay. I always basically have band-aids on my fingers, not this, so I understand. I know the struggle. The other day I cut my thumb really badly, and it was my right thumb. And I was trying to film a video for Instagram, and I kept like just not being able to, and I was just like, yeah! And a wasp kept flying around me while I had this expensive piece of stained glass in my hand. My God. I was losing my mental stability. I was just... My neighbors probably think that I'm insane because I just constantly am screaming about wasps and bugs and stuff. I know. Don't even, whoever's gonna say, oh, but you wanna go live out in the country? I know. I know there's bugs out in rural America, alright? Oh. I could feel you coming towards the room. I like looked back and I was like, I feel like he's gonna come in here. I could feel your presence. Had to get topical antibiotic for my solder burn. Ew, oh no! Solder burns are terrible. I've only ever gotten one really pretty bad burn from it. It wasn't too bad though. I've gotten it worse from like sticking my hand in the oven. There's one time I was getting something out of the oven and the coil on top rested between my knuckles and it just like... I asked for book recommendations And they recommended a book called A Confederacy of Dunces. This is the beginning part of the synopsis. Hold on, I'll read it to you because it made me laugh already. Let me read it to you, don't read it. So, the main character is an overweight and unemployed 30-year-old with a degree in medieval history who still lives with his mother. He's in utter loathing of the world, which he feels has lost the values of geometry and theology. One day, while buying strings for his lute, he gets into an argument with a well-meaning but unlucky police officer, which evolves into the officer, who accuses the main character of being a communist, arresting a nearby retiree. And it's like about this like guy who I guess becomes a hot dog salesman. How many people do you know who are like overweight medieval? Like, I know quite a few people who have degrees in history who like never did anything with them who are overweight. I've had 2 good burns, both were because I was being careless and stupid. Yeah, that's how most stained glass injuries occur, Alicia. Unfortunately. What are you up to?
I don't know.
Alright.
Gonna play some music.
Gonna write a song for me? Serenade me?
Using the method I talked about last night.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I can write you a song.
Yay.
It wouldn't be my style. It'd be very pretty. I mean, like, it wouldn't be my style of songwriting, but I could write a pretty song. Why not?
Just follow your heart.
Should I write a doom metal song?
Yes. Please, better than the spontaneous poetry. Yeah, D-Live gets wild, Alicia. They mean well, though. There's only a few times I've ever talked to people on D-Live, and it wasn't in my stream where I was like, oh, please don't ever talk to me again. Hey, how's it going? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. How have you been?
Alright, you have fun.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, people on D-Live are funny. There's some characters. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. We're just, we've been foiling these planets, applying copper foil tape to all the outsides. We'll be foiling these little honeycombs that I painted little details in. And then we'll start painting some mushrooms in a little bit too. So there's some painting that I have to get done. The mushrooms, I paint the spots on the mushrooms. So we'll be working on those. I think we'll use the bigger foil for this piece. Your patching can always be trimmed with a Stanley blade. Patching? Yes, could be. I have my X-Acto knife on hand. So it's just usually my my go-to Neil. I'm looking forward to this book. This book that John, you've recommended. If If anyone does need to order from the Double Lunch Corp, they have a 15% customer application coupon going, appreciation coupon going through the 26th. Well, darn it. I just did a huge order. Very nice. So that is a coupon for Delphi. Yeah, I just did a supply order, so I don't think I'll need anything. I ordered a bunch of lead came, although I went to my local place today and I got a bunch of hobby came. So I got 24 feet of hobby came for the upcoming shop update. So I think I'll be set for a while. I think my next order that I'll have to do is probably a big solder order. And the last time I did that, it was about $300 for 25 pounds. All right. Alicia, did you post the picture of the glass that you got on the Discord? Because if not, you should. I would like to see this, the Yakagini glass that you just got. That'll be my next order, actually. I'm gonna do a... So the next time I order from anything in stained glass, I'm gonna do a big Yakagini order for the glass, and then I'm gonna order more solder. So it'll probably be like... I don't even want to think about how much it's gonna be. Yes.
When did you take the dogs out last?
Right after I worked out.
Okay, good.
Yeah, they should be good.
They're both just excited at the same time for some reason.
She's freaking out. He's got the zoomies. They're building off of each other's nervous energy. You should bring Evan in to say hi to everyone.
I don't have a lot of patience for people who feel like they're downloading from the cosmos. You know, just like, that's how it came out. Okay, great. Now let's make it better. But, you know, just writing from a place of understanding rather than from a
I
place
didn't
of fear.
think to take a picture of it before I cut it, but I can post a pic of what's left tonight. It was supposed to be autumn gold and gold yellow, but most of it was milky clear. Yeah, that sucks. I hate it. There's so many times that I've ordered and I'm just like, yay, I'm so excited, and I get it, and it's just like horrendous. That happened with a piece of purple glass that I got off of Etsy. It is the ugliest piece of glass I've ever gotten, and it's iridescent, but it is like this weird, flat, matte purple. It's so ugly. I'll never use it. I'll probably end up selling it. Like, I'll just like put it on my Etsy and I'll sell it. And, because I just don't know what I'll ever use it for. The last two orders had the wrong piece sent, so I'm a little... That's not good that that's two orders. Yay! It's the boy! Here comes the boy!
His beard blanket.
His beard blanket. He looks like an old meerkat. Hi! Do you want this piece of flesh? Don't eat it. He would try to eat it too.
You would. He's about to nibble it. Like last night when he just mindlessly started chewing on my guitar pick. Oh, sure. I'll try it.
He was like just confused. It was just a test. But this is coming from the dog that like he'll just see like a piece of fuzz, like a wad of hair on the ground, and he's like, yeah, and then he eats it, and then he just has dingleberries. It's awful. Stupid.
Back in his blankie.
Beard blanket. Good night, Missy.
We were laying down on the couch. He was all up in there, just like falling asleep.
It's cute.
What do you want?
Ooh, they sent you a beautiful green piece. Let's see.
Got you, buddy. His leg.
Book.
Nothing to rest it on, little brother. Little brother.
Oh, you're gonna post it. I thought you might already posted it. Alright.
Alright. Good.
Yeah, I got my Evan fix.
Say hi.
Stop. He kicked something. I couldn't.
He fits the alien theme.
He's an alien. He's an alien. Bye.
Bye.
I ordered it for the sea turtle I unintentionally stole from that koi person. Oh, I gotcha. Oh no! Unintentional. I'm glad that I knew who that person was. I mean, if they like, I'm sure, I don't know if she sells stickers. Hey, Coyote, how's it going? Like, I don't know if she sells stickers, so I feel like they probably, like, some company saw her work and they just, like, stole her work. It's what it feels like to me, because I don't think she sells bumper stickers. I could be wrong. Could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm going on vacation next week and pizza for dinner tonight. Yay! That's so exciting! Oh, that's lovely. That is the best feeling ever. Whenever you're just like, it's like you have so much time ahead of you and you have a nice meal. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I know exactly how that feels. Are you just staying home and you're gonna be like, is it like a staycation or are you going somewhere? Because my ideal vacation is just staying home for a week, but... Going up north to some property we own, we'll hang out. Oh, that's awesome! What a wonderful week. That'll be so much fun. Do you have like a cabin up there? Or is it just like a regular house? A regular second house? Trailer will be delivered on Monday. It'll be a few years before we can build it. Ooh, nice. Wait, trailer? What do you mean trailer? Like a camping tow trailer type thing? Oh, that's so cool! Heck yeah! We're looking into getting one right now, actually. So that's awesome. Super nice. Man, that's the way to do it too. So we're looking at like a 25 to 25 to 30 foot trailer, potentially. Anything smaller would be a little bit hard for us because of our dogs. Our dogs are tiny, but we still just like, I don't know. Me and Brian are pretty big, so got a 29 foot. Heck yeah. Yeah, there's one that I have bookmarked actually that's it's like a 28 or 29 foot Jayco SunCraft. It's a weird coincidence. Very weird coinky dink. Well, that's super exciting. I love it. Man, you just got some exciting stuff going on. I am here for it. I am here for it. Did you get a newer one? Yeah, exactly. It is a big company. Most of the ones that I've bookmarked are Jayco's, so not too much of a coincidence. I think there's a few that we found that were like old ones, that are like some other random brand. Nice. Heck yeah. We're looking at older ones just because we want to like not pay a lot for it. So we'll see what we can find. We've been like very casually looking. It's not something that we've like really, well, casually. I still like, I'm on the internet looking all the time because that's just what I do. If I'm not looking at trailers, then I just look at real estate all the time. It's like my favorite pastime. Real estate that we'll never afford, but is still interesting to look at nonetheless. Yep. I have kind of like this sneaking suspicion too that as soon as the moratorium is over, that it's going to be very hard to find trailers. So we're trying to get one sooner rather than later. So for those who like aren't in the US or aren't familiar with what is going on like with the like mortgage moratorium, is that basically they've made it so you can't like be evicted, or you can't, oh, you're in Canada. Oh, then I don't know about Canada. I guess I was just thinking about the US, but I'm sure they have something similar in place. But I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to be evicted once the moratorium is up and people can, What? Once people can actually have their houses foreclosed on, I think people are going to be living in trailers. A lot of trailers. But anyway, not to be super depressing, that is very exciting, Coyote. I'm happy to hear that you're having just a fantastic week. Yeah. I mean, it was supposed to end in February and it just got pushed out to the end of July. So who knows if they're gonna, I feel like they're probably just gonna keep pushing it out, but it's hard to say, like, how much longer can it be pushed out? It's terrible. It sucks. It sucks. Alright, all of our planets are done. Hello, welcome. Yes, we are doing things. We've been foiling these planets, which we finished. I said I only was going to foil 6, but we foiled all 9 of them. Yes, we have 9. Downside is that on my team of 4, one guy left today and the other guy leaves in 2 weeks. Oh no, that's terrible. My friend had some guy on her team leave. I don't know if you're still watching, Kara, but he gave us 2 weeks notice, and then they realized that he was taking a vacation on the 2nd week, so he actually only technically gave a 1 week notice. Come on, guy, what the heck? That's such a turd move. There's such a weird, that's really stressful. How are you gonna do the job of 4 other people? I don't understand. Like, are they gonna try to hire other people, or are you just, they're just gonna be like, Jeff. Come on, Jeff. What the heck, dude? Are they just gonna keep pawning off the tasks until it's literally just you? That's a funny coincidence. Funny little coinky dink there. It just doesn't seem like you're going to have... Well, the same thing is happening to Coyote, Kara. Coyote had a team of 6 and now it's gonna be 2. Yeah, I would be like, Kara, we're gonna figure it out. You're gonna leave. You're not gonna keep working for them. No way, no how. We'll double down on the SunBearGlassCraft thing and we'll figure it out that way. Like, there are alternatives. Yeah, I mean, I kind of jumped ship at my old job, but I gave them a 1 month notice, so... Oh! Heck yes! Heck yes. What do you do, Coyote, if you don't mind me asking, for work? Okay. Fully remote position. Yes. I totally back up your decision to look for a fully remote position. So dehydrated today. Yay! Tea. Ugh, I want to be, Kara, I want to be that person who dehydrates, like, we have our, like, little herb garden, right? And, like, who dehydrates all of the teas. I don't dehydrate. and like make our own herbal teas and like just be just the crunchiest granola people ever. I want it. Oh, by the way, last night, this is for all the people on stream. I don't know if anyone has taken or knows about the it's called a cloud architect. My job is to teach people how to not screw up security on their servers. Ooh, that's pretty neat. A cloud architect. That is the coolest job title that you could possibly give that title. Very nice. What was I saying? Crunchy granola cruncher. I knew if I read that instead of finishing my thought that I was gonna completely forget my thought. Granola cruncher. Whenever I heard you talking to like that person on the phone the last time I was over, and it was like just listening to a different language, it was hilarious. I don't consider myself. Last night. It was a gamble. Me reading that message out loud instead of finishing my thought was a gamble. Hold on. What is happening? There was just a dog passing by our house. My goodness. Oh, I remember. So last night, I don't know if anyone has heard of this. Sorry that took me a while, but your message, Coyote, reminded me of what I was going to talk about. I took a personality test called Enneagram. I don't know if it's Enneagram or Enneagram, but it like, so I've talked about Myers-Briggs personality types, and some people are like, pseudoscience. I don't care. Like, I just think it's fun to talk about. But I took this test last night. So if anyone knows anything about this, please, let's discuss. I don't know how you say the actual like numbers, because I see everyone write it as like a 3W2 or something with like it's a wing. I'm a 4, I don't know if you say wing, I'm a 4W5, if that means anything to anyone. So if not, just ignore that I said it. But it's it was really cool because me and Brian, so my like personality type or whatever was the free spirit, and it was like, you should be these jobs, and one of them was artist, and I was like, yes. And then Brian took it, and he's the nonconformist, and one of his like job suggestions was an entrepreneur, and he owns his own business. So I was like, we're winning. AWS, Infrastructure Governance and Risk Management. That's very intense sounding. I don't know what any of that means. SOX compliance? sucks. Yeah, Kara, I feel like what you do is totally can be done remotely. I don't see why they need you to go in. I don't understand it at all. Strengths Finder test. No, I have not. It my personality type, and this is like across the board, every like personality type test I've ever taken says this. But like my personality type is always described as not very practical but extremely intuitive and artistic. That's basically just like that's it. Strengths Finder. I'm very curious about this. I love taking little like personality things like this. I think it's interesting. Strengths Finder. Oh. No, not Audible. Don't open an audiobook. My gosh. Do you do what you do best every day? I think I do. Actually, let me see. This actually looks like something my old job had us do. I feel like my old job had us do this. Yeah, I feel like they had to do something because like personality categorization is kind of a way to like, I know that like companies technically can't like legally do Myers-Briggs, or there's a way that it like alienates certain people. I don't know. I don't know the exact wording of how I've heard it described, but it sounds like a more friendly way of doing that sort of thing. I spend most of my life laboring under all the stuff I wasn't good at, ignoring the stuff I was genius at, shifting my focus on what I was really good at. Very nice. So like, could you elaborate on that? Like, could you describe what you were doing that you weren't good at, and then like ignoring what stuff were you ignoring? Because I feel like for me, I don't know if it's like something that I would need to even work on now. Because before, I was a supervisor and I was constantly working against my own personality, basically, and my own strengths and weaknesses. Because I inherently don't like being supervised. I don't like someone telling me what to do. So I took this supervisor role before I kind of figured that out, and then I realized that I had to like get on people's butts about things and like really manage other people's time when I struggle with time management. So it was just not like a position that I was very, like, I did it and I made it work, but I hated it. So it makes sense. I was like trying to force it. My dad even was like, you should get a master's degree in like business management so you can eventually manage the practice. And I was like, I don't want to do that at all. That sounds terrible. Sounds awful. He almost convinced me though. I almost considered getting a master's. I have 2 things I won't do: manage other people and maintain things. Yeah, that was, yes, it is a UFO invasion. It was basically something that I was kind of forced into because we didn't have a supervisor and I was really tired of the department being run very poorly. So I was like, if you need anything done, you gotta do it yourself. Or if you want anything done right, you have to do it yourself. So that was basically my idea. And then I just eventually, it was running really well and everything was fine. And then like the intrapersonal things, like I had to manage people's one-on-ones and I hated doing one-on-ones. So I just didn't enjoy it. Because I just have a problem with authority, I think. I just don't like it. Especially in the field that I was in. So I graduated with an animal biology degree, and I've always been extremely interested in animal sciences. So I went into this job, and because I didn't know certain things specifically about the vet industry, a lot of the people there would like condescend to me when I first got hired, and they would be like, do you want to see this slide? Like for looking in like a microscope, and I'd be like, oh yeah, sure. And they were like, this one girl was like, this is cocci and this is this, and I was like, I know, but I was just like, okay. And then the worst, most like patronizing thing I ever had happen to me, at least like in the first year. After that, everyone was like, okay, she knows what's up. But a doctor, like there was a dog that was whining and the doctor yelled down the hall to me and she was like, do you know how to put on an e-collar, which is a cone? She was like, do you know how to put an e-collar on a dog? And I was like, do you think I'm dumb? What do you mean? Do I know how to put a cone on a dog? So once we got past all that, it was fine though. It's like, who doesn't know how to put a cone on a dog? I don't understand. Is it going to rain tonight? It is so freaking hot in here. Ooh. It is going to rain, maybe. Maybe. It's been so dry here. It's not pleasant. It is not pleasant. All of our plants are struggling. We had like 2 weeks where I didn't have to water my plants at all. They were even starting to get kind of waterlogged. And I was like having to move them away from the edges of the porch. And now it's like, we've gone through 35 gallons of our water that we collected. And, cause we have, or no, we've gone through 30 gallons. We have a bunch of 5-gallon buckets outside where we catch water for the plants. And we've gone through almost all of them. So we need it to rain. The skeeters, oh, I will die. Mosquitoes have always come after me really intensely, so I'm gonna need like lots of mosquito netting area. Like I want to get like a mosquito net area. Do like a makeshift porch with mosquito netting. Be dope. Because otherwise I'm going to get Zika or malaria. It's gonna happen. All right, this is our last little honeycomb to foil. So now I want to switch it up and do some painting. Like I said, I have some mushrooms that I want to be painting, or that I want to paint for this shop update. It's just a bunch of the red ones. So I'm going to move all of these into my fantastic storage area, which definitely is not the floor. And we'll grab our mushrooms. Disgusting. I'm so disorganized right now. Mushrooms. Let's roll up this foil. I think I'm gonna get some more water real quick. I guess I didn't drink enough today beforehand. I think I forgot to drink all morning, which is why I'm super dehydrated right now. And we worked out earlier and I worsened my dehydration. Alright, so let's move this. I'm gonna go fill up my water bottle real quick, so I will be right back. It'll be like 2 minutes tops. Alrighty, hello everyone, I am back. Okay, so we're gonna paint these mushrooms. So let's grab our mushies real quick. Ooh. quite a lot to do. These are all of the iridescent ones. And then we just have plain red. And all we're doing is painting the spots on the tops. I still have a few caps to grind up, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead and paint these ones. We're kind of just, I'm painting in segments, so. Actually, you know what? I think we can technically go ahead and paint these ones. Because usually it's fine. I'll figure it out. Alright, these go here. Let's take off our headphones before we rip the computer off the table. Oh, also, I went ahead and soldered up one of the alien heads yesterday, and I think it came out very precious. So it just has the hobby came around the edges, but I think it looks really cute. Alright, let's grab our brushes. I also need to have a picture of the mushroom spots. And I also need to not show you where I live on my weather app. Let's see. What is this from? Why do I have so many likes on this? I struck a nerve on the Instagram algorithm. This has gotten more attention than any TikTok video I've posted in many months. Okay, so these are the mushrooms in question. They just have these precious little spots on them. I guess we can kind of just freehand them. There's not too much. It's not an exact science. But I like to get it kind of close just so they all look somewhat similar-ish. I left some white paint on here and it's soiled. Soiled? I soiled it. Okay, there we go. So is anyone doing anything fun this weekend? We're not doing... We're going to Ryan's grandpa's birthday party tomorrow, which I think is pretty fun. He's like almost 90. I think he's still in his 80s, but he's old. Hella old. And then we're gonna come home and chill. Actually, no, I think we're gonna go look at RVs tomorrow. Ooh, let me move y'all a little bit further, closer to the thing. That way you can see better. Yeah. But yeah, I think we're gonna go look at RVs tomorrow, maybe. The last time we went to a place, this was, I can't even remember when it was, like a year ago? I don't know yet. We're gonna be in an area that has a bunch of RV places, Kara. So we figured we would just like stop by, but the thing is, the first time that we went to one of these places, when we were like thinking about doing the like RV life thing, they completely ignored our presence the entire time. And I think it's because we look like poor people. we look like poor people. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I know for a fact that like we both have tattoos, and I know that people make assumptions about people with tattoos. I think that's why. I don't know about stained glass from the RV. We'll have to see, but I do hope to continue live streaming if we do end up, whenever we end up doing things. Me too. Me too, Kara. Alright. I like the iridescent ones, so we're gonna do those first. Move these over. Now, as I've said before, I do all of my, I do everything in black first. So I like to do the black base first, and then we'll do the white. Whoops. Awful. Alright, that's decent. But yeah, we gotta figure out like if we do end up like traveling and stuff, we'd have to figure out all of that. The internet thing will be interesting, to say the least, to figure out. But I know tons of people do it, so I'm sure we'd figure something out. I think that's pretty decent. Those are pretty cute little spots. So we'll just kind of do something like that for every single one. This is dirty. There's SpaceX Starlink. Yeah, we've really been wanting to do that. I don't know if it's available for our latitude, because we're so close to the equator. I didn't know if it had, I looked it up, but I don't know if it's available in Florida yet. Because I know it was like above a certain, oh, there you go. What type of paint do you use for the glass? So I use, how do you say it? I need to practice it. Pebeo. It's a P-E-B-E-O. I like looked up how to pronounce it earlier and then I keep forgetting because I've been calling it the wrong thing for so long. But I use Pebeo Vitria 160 is my glass paint. I'm gonna check again. Because there was a waiting list with a launch being. Yeah, I actually know someone who got Starlink. There's someone out in the Pacific Northwest that I started following on Instagram a few years ago. Is there an ant actively crawling on me or is it my hair? I think it's my hair. Good lord. Yeah, someone up in the Pacific Northwest. I know she got it. I don't know how it is though. I haven't heard anything, but it sounds super cool. I hope it comes to Florida. Soon. Yeah, of course. You're very welcome, Lily. Make some smaller dots. Yeah, that for me, Kara, that's totally worth it because, you know, no matter which way you cut it, like once we move out of this house, we're going to be paying less. And I am more than happy with, I'm more than okay with paying more for internet, but having the freedom to be somewhere less surrounded by people, more rural. Same thing with food delivery, and like getting, you know, DoorDash and stuff. It's like, yeah, it'll be less convenient, but like we don't need to be spending $45 on Chipotle anyway. You know? Yeah, yes. We are still on. How you doing, Mags? Why is this all the way up here? This could be down here and my life would be so much easier. Yes, get to work. I will have no lazy sun cubs in my stream. No, no. I'm thinking about keeping all the stuff for homemade chipotle pre-cooked in the fridge at all times. Yes! Oh my god, chipotle is so good. Their guac. Reworking one of my first patterns. It's amazing how much I've learned in 5 months. Heck yeah. What are you, which one are you reworking, Alicia? I just joined, supposed to be asleep, but someone is playing opera really loudly out in the street. What the heck? Very nice. Well, welcome, Al. I'm sorry someone is playing opera extremely loudly. How are you doing today? How rude. Buffalo. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Nice. Perfect timing though, yes. Do you have any fun plans for this weekend, Al? I don't recall if you've said where you're at. So I don't know if you can go out and do anything fun this weekend. I kind of want to go on a bike ride in the morning. So I might do that before Brian wakes up if he doesn't want to go with me. Alright, there's our iridescent babies. At least the black base. We'll let this dry for a bit, but we'll work on these ones. Let me double check the focus setting on this. I don't know if this is focused all the way. Hi, do you have any tips or advice for making pet portraits? I want to try and make a portrait of our kitten for my boyfriend's birthday. Hello. So I don't know if I have any advice really. Something that people I think stray away from or they shy away from is just tracing pictures. So for pet portraits, it's really hard to get the likeness of something if you don't trace it. So I trace it. Most stained glass artists trace pictures. So I would just find like the most straight on or like head on picture you can. And it kind of takes a while to know how to like trace it to give it the right like floof, depending on if you have like a really fluffy kitten. And like where to make the shadows or you know if you even want to like make shadows. If you have paints, sometimes paints can be easier than like you know doing all of the intricate pieces. Oh, I don't know, it's hard to like give advice on pet portraits. because I just kind of like go for it and then figure it out as I go. I think I'm proficient at goats at this point though. Like I'm very confident about my goat drawing abilities. I know that wasn't very helpful, by the way. I'm sorry. If you have like a more specific question, I might be able to give more advice, but pet portraits, you usually just trace them and try to get as much of the detail and contour as possible. Yes, definitely. I'm more than happy to help if you post pictures and stuff. I would say like the glass lines or the break lines is probably the most difficult. I don't know if you have a ring saw, but if you just try to, you know, make it as simple as possible without having like super concave pieces, that's probably the easiest way to do it. What kind of kitten is it? That there is that factor too. I do have like I've always kind of been able to draw, so, and I have drawing programs and a drawing tablet, so it is a little bit different when I say stuff like that. But yes, I bake it in the oven. This is glass paint, Lily, so it's specifically meant to stay on for like you know, this is the type of paint you can use to like paint like water cups, like glasses, and you can, it's dishwasher safe. You're not supposed to have food touching this, so you can't like paint this on a plate and then like eat off of it, but it's okay on the outside of cups and glasses and that sort of thing. But that's basically another use for this, is like glass dishware and stuff. But yeah, so once it dries, you bake it in the oven, and it's just like any old conventional oven. And it's pretty good about not coming off. If you have really fine details, sometimes it can come off. But big chunky bits like this, it's fine. Nice. Yeah, most cats are just domestic short hairs. I should have been more specific and asked like color, like tabby or calico. So that's on me. Well, it shouldn't be too bad then. There's a lot of cool things that you can do. Yeah, no problem, Lily. There's a lot of cool things you can do. Sam, I don't know if you follow Shadowcat Glass. Let me see if that's, I think it's Shadowcat. She does really, really cool whiskers for her cats. I've never tried to incorporate this, but here, I'll put it on the stream so you can see. But she like solders on copper wire whiskers that overlap the solder, like it's the last step she does, which is super, super cool. It just adds so much to it. I just don't do any cat portraits, so I just never do it, but you could do something like that too to add more detail and really just play around with it. She makes cool cat portraits. Shadowcat Glass is the artist. Thanks, Mags. What you drinking? Yeah, I've never seen anyone else do that either, so it's definitely like her like signature thing. Just pretty nice. Adds a nice touch. An espresso martini. My personal favorite are Moscow Mules. I almost never drink though. Not because I'm like, ew, but I just end up not drinking for whatever reason. But Moscow Mules, love it. Captain and Coke, that is a nice alternative. That's actually always what I used to drink. Yeah. That's probably another reason why I don't drink them, is because like there was a work function, not work function, it wasn't at work, but like a bunch of people from work got together for a goodbye party for someone who was leaving. I had 3 Moscow Mules and I was toasted. Goodbye. Bye, Rachel. Oh man, it was so bad. It was so bad. And I swear, like, the last one I had too, the last one I had was even more alcoholic than the first 2, and I knew it was. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Mind Phantom. Appreciate it. Ooh, Met's glass design, hello. Are there other people here and my notifications just don't work? Raid! Yes, hello! My stupid notifications. Welcome, thank you so much for the raid. Ooh, what kind of glasswork do you do? I don't think I've seen you when I browsed before. Do you do stained glass or like glass blowing? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. We're just painting some little mushrooms right now. I like to do a black base, which is why these kind of look off. Gish! Welcome, welcome everyone. I've been drinking vodka and water and lemon, so refreshing. Ooh, that does sound refreshing. I might have to try that. How was, how was your stream? Hope it all went well. Ooh, we're also here. I'll show this because this is kind of fun. Oh, it's okay. Why are we sorry? There's no reason to be sorry. I can't drink like I used to. Today, there's 16 total. Ooh, super cool. Very nice. Lampwork stuff spooks me. I know that you probably get that all the time, but it's just like, I think it's super cool. But it's very intimidating, like having a giant flame very close to your face. Make a lot of spoon pipes at the moment. Ah, very nice. Loving the alien, thank you. This is our other little thing that we'll be painting today. Ooh, pendants. I love it. Love it. Well, I'll do a little brief introduction then, since I have some new people here. Let me zoom y'all out a little bit. We were just zoomed in for the painting aspect. So this upcoming shop update, I'm a full-time stained glass artist, and this upcoming update is all otherworldly themed. So I have like little spaceships and these little space windows. So I mostly make small stuff. Oh, like this. And I like to like paint some extra details, like super cool glass. But I make bigger stuff too. This is also gonna be in my shop update. It's a big muff. A big muff with a painted skull detail. And I just stream whenever I'm working. So usually in the afternoons. For me, at least it's afternoon. Yeah. And like this UFO. It looks weird backwards. Everything is flipped. But just to give you an idea of the stuff that I have, the stuff that I make. Right now we're just working on our tiny stuff. So I tried last time for this shop update. These are what the mushrooms look like. Obviously they're not this color, but for the last shop update I did, I tried to have these little stained glass charms. That way it's more accessible to people, because one of the most common comments that I get is like, man, I wish that I could afford stained glass. So I made these little charms that were kind of my way of making it so everyone can get something stained glass, basically. Oh, I'll show you my other charms too. I'm super excited about these ones. I just applied the copper foil to these today. But I have these little honeycomb charms that have like little paintings on them. So I have a little cloudy moon. It's very hard to see this one because it's super bright. There we go. A little cloudy moon, a little Saturn, a little pink star cluster, a little purple shooting star, and then just like this teal blue stars. So these are the newest thing that I've introduced, other than like the UFOs and planets and stuff. But yeah, that's like a general overview of everything. So welcome to the stream, everyone. End of SunBear spiel. Here, I'll move you back down so you can see the painting again. This looks very Christmassy, so I'm gonna move this. Oh no, that's fine, no worries. After I stream, if I raid someone, usually I'm just like, hey, this is a cool stream, okay, bye, because I'm just super tired. I'm doing really well. We're getting a lot of stuff done. We're just doing our little painting thing right now, which I know can get a little tedious, but we'll try. An alien, yes, I have all these little alien heads too. So spooky with their little star eyes. Ew. Thanks so much, Johnny. I appreciate that. I also do custom commissions, although my waitlist is closed right now because I've been trying so hard to catch up with my waitlist, and it's just, I'm super slow. We have a huge glass artist community on Twitch, lampworkers, soft glass stain, etc. If you don't mind, I'll put you on it. Yeah, absolutely. That would be awesome. Yes, I work quite a bit. But yeah, that would be super cool. To be in the stained or glass community in general. I would love it. I really like supporting other small businesses and using my platform to help other small businesses. So on my Discord, I have like small business recommendations and stuff like that, just because right now especially it's super important to help small businesses and help people who are trying to, you know, do art and crafts and stuff to make some extra money. I'm lucky enough that I've been doing this full time since June of 2020, and everything has been pretty good, pretty fine and dandy. My Discord link should post in case anyone wants to join. I don't know if it's posted in a minute, but whoops. If anyone is interested, you can join my Discord, right, Schmear? I'll do little stained glass updates on there. And basically it's just me posting pictures of like what I did that day or anything that I've finished. Usually I'll post in my stained glass updates before I post on Instagram or the dreaded TikTok. The dreaded clock app. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now we can actually make these look like normal mushrooms. So we'll start with the iridescent ones over here because these are gonna be the best bet for dry paint. So we'll move these up here. And this is the, I know it's gonna be backwards. This is the paint that I use. Hebio Vitrio 160. You can't really see it, there you go. Backwards. I'm going to be full force as soon as school starts, going to try to get as many craft shows as possible. Heck yeah. Do you have like an idea of what you would want to make? Or do you think you would just kind of come up with it as you go, Mags? I DM'd you the link to the list on Twitch, so if you want to check it out, it won't get lost. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. I'll definitely check it out later. I hope my frizzy hair isn't getting in the camera. I don't think it is. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't really understand the Instagram algorithm, but I got it. My last reel that I posted is doing pretty well, which is Instagram is normally a pretty tough nut to crack. Gonna lurk. Have a nice day. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. I think I have an idea. Ooh. Is it going to be a surprise, or can I pick your brain about what your idea is? I wish I just had like a chin rest. That way I could like not strain my neck all the live long day while I'm streaming. I have to kind of like do this where I just don't exist on this camera. Bye! My neighbor's wife yells at him all the time. Luckily, they speak Spanish, so I don't know what they're saying, but it's just like at any given time, she's just like screaming at him. Poor guy. It's going to be a mixture of Christmas nautical and maybe a couple of small panels. Affordable to everyone. Very nice. This year, I have to do a spooky update, although I think it's going to be, my spooky update is going to be extremely limited, just because of things that are going on in my personal life. I don't know how much time I'm going to be able to devote to the next shop update, which kind of sucks, but after that, I'm going full crazy mode on Christmas. I am gonna just, it's gonna be crazy. My Christmas shop update last time, it was on December 5th in order to give everyone time for shipping and stuff. It was the most insane shop update I've ever had. Actually, that's not true. My last one was the most successful one. But the Christmas one, I can only imagine how it's going to scale up this year. He's super nice. She's not very nice. He waves to us. We've literally never said a word to this guy because we don't know Spanish, and I don't think he speaks English at all. We've never spoken a single word to him, and we wave. We've lived here for 3.5 years. We still wave every day, and then she will just like stare at us, and we're just like, ooh. Okay. I think she's just not a very agreeable person. But who knows? Who knows? Oops. Oh, it was just a typo. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't know how I read that or why I read that. Yeah, these little mushrooms were a hit for the last update though, so there was a lot of demand for these little guys, so I'm hoping there's still demand for these little guys. I think there will be. They're so cute. How can you just not just love them? I also have polka dotted chickens with wire legs. Ooh! I'm telling you, like funky stuff like that sells really well. The lady that works at my local glass shop, she's been doing stained glass for like almost 35 years, and their specialty is giant dragon windows, and then these weird little funky birds with like giant eyeballs. That's their specialty. So I could make these spots look like dinosaur chicken nuggets and no one would know. This one kind of looks like a dinosaur. I'm sorry you can't really see my head right now. You just have to look at my frizzy hair. I feel like this one needs like a little extra. Yeah. She doesn't post her work online. She like only does conventions. And I don't know her last name, so I don't even know if I could look it up. They only do conventions. They have people that collect their dragon panels. Like I'm saying like 5-foot tall dragon panels. So the black is to give it a base. Like I know I've said black base, but otherwise if it's just white, the white whenever you look through red ends up looking pink. Whereas if there's a base behind it, it doesn't get drowned out as easily. So I wish that I could give you a demonstration right now. I don't know if it'll be possible with my current setup, but I kind of want to try. So let me paint a big white spot on here. There's no way I'm going to be able to show you. It just makes the white not look red, basically. I'll just peel that off later. But it also does give it volume, so I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that logic. So is that the only, so is that only on the color glass, or do you use it with most of your glass? It's with most of the glass. The white paint, I find, just it just doesn't hold up whenever you're looking through it with light behind it. So like all of my little honeycomb space things too, if you see it with light behind it, if there's no black, it just ends up kind of vanishing. It gets lost in the sauce. So the black helps ground it and just make it more visible when you're looking through it with light behind it. Yeah, there's these people, going back to my, I kind of loosely call her my mentor, because every time I see her, she would give me stained glass advice. She gave me some really good secrets too, but oh yeah, these liner brushes, listen, I used to use a toothpick and a safety pin, and I was like, this is fine, just get liner brushes. These were like $8 on Amazon. As much as I like giving my money to small businesses and I don't like Amazon, it was a worthwhile sacrifice. Painting gets so tedious, y'all. I haven't even been doing it that long. Yes. So these are E-Boot, like the letter E and boot liner brushes. It's just some like cheap brand, some like cheap Chinese brand. But it came with 5 different sizes. I wish I could listen to the music that I want to listen to, but I would get copyright strikes on every platform, except for DLive. I'm gonna put you in my pocket and bring you to my house. Alright, Neil, I'll check, I'm gonna check whenever I get off of my stream later on, but I appreciate you emailing me. All you have to do is give me peanut butter mags and I'll be good. I'm fueled with peanut butter and honey. Just put me in your pocket, give me some peanut butter, we're good to go. Yes! I don't much like peanut butter and banana, but basically anything else with peanut butter in it, and that is my whole life. I'm trying to get sponsored by a peanut butter company right now. Like, I just literally want to be like, I'll advertise for you and you just send me peanut butter. Like, just, you don't know how much money I spend on peanut butter. Peanut butter crunchy sandwiches. I used to be a crunchy person. Now I'm kind of like more of a smooth peanut butter, but beggars can't be choosers. Any peanut butter is good peanut butter, except for Peter Pan. Blech. Basically any of the like Jif and Peter Pan, I'm not a fan. I can't. I've made the full conversion to natural peanut butter, and I cannot eat anything that's cut with like palm oil or anything anymore. Like, it's just, I just can't do it. Palm oil and molasses. I just prefer peanuts and salt. Adams? I've never had Adams peanut butter before. But yeah, I don't mind stirring. Also, Mags, I don't want to start a peanut butter feud, so don't tell your husband that you're associating with someone who doesn't like his favorite type of peanut butter. I don't need that kind of drama in my life. I don't need it. Just pretend I never said anything and we'll just walk away. I've tried to switch my husband to all natural peanut butter. When you make the switch, you can never go back. You can never go back. You can, but it's just like, I don't know. I noticed though, like back when I was eating like not very healthy, when I was eating very sugary diet, I tried eating natural peanut butter and I was just disgusted by it because it just didn't taste like anything. And now I eat very little sugary foods. Like, I just eat fruit basically. And it's not like that anymore. It's so tasty. So I think that is a thing if like for people who are used to like kind of a more like sugary or carbohydrate filled diet in general, it's just not as good. Onward. Yeah, Kraft makes peanut butter there. It's really it's funny talking to people from other countries too. I know some people like from the Philippines and Romania, and they're just like, peanut butter is just not a thing there. They're just like, what? Why are you on about peanut butter all the time? There was like some video on YouTube where it's like Irish people try foods, and they tried peanut butter, and they were just like, "Bleh!" Like they thought it was so nasty. It's funny how that works. When you grow up with stuff, how it's just like, this is my life, this is tasty, and then people come in and they're just like, this is vile. Heck yeah. Annie knows what's up. Keep it simple here. One of these is looking a little thin. Let's update that. Yeah, they just hate it. I'm French from France, and peanut butter is definitely not a thing. Nutella is a thing. Yes, Nutella is fantastic too. But yeah, that was so, I loved hearing Irish people freak out about how gross peanut butter is. I just love it. I mean, honestly, it's kind of a weird concept when you really think about it. It's just like peanut paste. I know there's tons of things in other countries that are like kind of a similar thing to that, and you're just like, man, that's disgusting. I mean, Vegemite and Marmite, that's vile. That is, I've tried it. It is so gross, and people are like, oh, so good. It's so good on bread, and it's just like disgusting. So to each their own, right? It's really gross. I would totally be open to trying it again. I would be. Because my palate has changed since the first time I tried it. I remember I just bought like a can of it or a jar of it or whatever, because I was like, I mean, it looks tasty enough. I didn't like it though. I was disgusted. I threw it out. I was like, there's literally no way I can eat this. The same thing happened when, so we met this Norwegian guy online, and we were talking about it. I thought it was so cool, like, just hearing about Norway. And he introduced us to salty licorice. which was one of the worst things I've ever had the misfortune of tasting. So it was black licorice, and then it had this like ammonium salt on it. It tasted like chemicals. And it's just like a thing in Norway, I guess, and in like other Scandinavian countries. It was terrible. Brian made a video for his YouTube of us trying it. It was so bad. I'm French weed, all kinds of things. Okay, what would you say then? What would you say is like the weirdest like favorite food that you have, Mags? Is there like any food like that in France that I don't know about? That I should know about? Oh. My old boss could not walk out of a gas station without buying gizzards. Used to eat it with spoon straight from a jar. Love treacle too. What is that? Ate an entire tub of chocolate ice cream and chocolate chips. Well, I mean, chocolate ice cream, that's different. Foie gras. See, I have like this, I don't know anything about like animal livers, but I hear it's really good for you, and like if you like them, it's delicious. So I'm super hesitant to say like ugh and like be disgusted, because I haven't really tried it. It's just something that's out of the norm for us. It's a pate. Alright, then I don't know if I could get down with that. Do you eat it warm? I'm not against horse meat, honestly. I've never had it, but I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not against it. You can't eat cows and pigs and then like draw the line at horses. Like you can't. Oh no. But I mean, you know, people could say the same thing about dogs. Because for me, dogs and like cats, that's unacceptable. Horses, I don't know. I feel like, I guess my reasoning behind being like okay with it, I'm sorry if this offends anyone on the stream, by the way. That's not meant to be offensive. It's just, we're just talking. But like horses are similar, like in my brain, I guess, are in a similar vein of like cows and pigs. Like they're farm animals, I guess, which is why I guess my brain doesn't associate them as much as like a no-no. But we don't have horse meat here, at least I don't think. I've had foie gras spread on a cracker. It was good. Oh yeah, but okay, so do you eat it warm, or is it just like a room temperature spread? Or does it depend? Can you eat it multiple ways? Oh. I haven't had liverwurst. Ew. I don't think I could do it cold. Cold, is not something that I feel like would matches with savory in meat. In a pet, I don't know. It just sounds gross. As I was saying it, I was like, wait, but like cold cuts, and my logic was getting pulled apart at the seams as I spoke. But fry it up. Ew. Very interesting. Alright, all of our little mushroom caps are done. Painted up. There's 2 that I have to paint still, but whatever. We'll get there. We will get there. Alright, we have to paint our last alien, so we're gonna go ahead and paint him up real quick. And then my only other thing that was on my list for today's stream was, if I can find my alien, to foil 1 large UFO. So for the alien, this is what I did. I have the pattern that I used to trace it, and then I cut out the eyes. And I need a Sharpie. Let's see. Every few years I'll have some liverwurst. I like it with a lot of butter spread on bread, but I also don't eat bread anymore. Oh yeah, you were doing keto, right, Noctis? Horse meat is becoming rare. You can still find it at markets, and it's a lean meat and very good. Alright, so basically what I do is just get like the general outline of the eyes on here. I haven't been doing keto at all. I'm being completely honest with this. I haven't been doing keto at all. I've been eating oatmeal and stuff. It's going okay. It's going okay. I think, I know it's like a terrible excuse, but it's really hard to eat keto around someone who eats the exact opposite of keto. So I think that's like my ultimate downfall. I think if I was by myself, if I were by myself, it would be a lot easier. I know it's a terrible excuse, but... Thanks, Mags. I'll keep that in mind. I have a personal guide for the UK, for the Philippines, and now for France. Heck yeah. Now I just need someone from Japan, and I'll be set. Intermittent fasting, yeah. I've been pretty bad about that too. I'm just like, I'm blaming everything on just being stressed lately. Alright, so I have my my older black paint because it's thicker, and I'm just using it to outline my area. And then I'll go in and fill in with this paint too, but it's easier to have the outline on the glass and then just go in and fill the rest in. Just really glob it in. on, Phil. Woo. Great. Wish I could stick to keto. The fasting I have on my food. Ugh. I wish I had that ability. I wish. It's funny, like, hearing how different people are with their relationship with food. Like, Brian does not understand how people can't lose weight. Like, he does not understand. He understands, but for him, losing weight is so easy. And, like, he just, like, can't really comprehend why it's so hard for some people, like me, to lose weight. Having a salad with shrimp after eating a bunch of corn chips. Very nice. I do love me some salad. Caesar salad. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, now we're gonna add his creepy little nostrils and his little mouth. I know, me too. Yeah, and I honestly though, it is just because he has like an not abnormal, but he has a very good relationship with food, and he just like knows how to just like eat less. I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. The nose. The nose is off center. I kind of like it without the nose. It's kind of funny. The mouth is off center too, though. Let's get rid of it. Yeah, I've had Brian be like, I literally would never want to be a woman ever. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. I was like, it's not that bad. He's like, literally all you ever do is complain about it. And I'm just like, alright, you're right. These men, they lose weight just by thinking about it. Right? Like, Brian, just shut up. I love you, shut up. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna keep the nose. I might just scrape off all the noses. We'll see. Cause it's the lines are pretty easy to get off, even if the paint's been set. So I could just scrape it off. He's so spoopy. Ew. I love it. I love these little guys. We have to wait quite a while for the eyes to tack up before I can paint the white, so I think we're not gonna do the white parts of the eyes now. I can do that later. Ugh. Time is it? 6:03. Let's see. Let's get on Twitch. Yeah. Ooh, don't play that loud. Oh, ha, ha. What? Both of the people that I'm gonna end the stream, but I want to, hey Rainbow, I want to raid someone on Twitch, and both of the people that I was like, I'm gonna raid, they're both have BRB screens up. Gosh darn it. Hold on. We'll wait a few minutes. Let me see, this person is also streaming. Everyone's streaming right now. Yes, Rainbow, these are little aliens. Sorry, I didn't see your message earlier. Ew, so spooky. Wow, my computer is struggling right now. It looks like my stream is very laggy. Stand by, friends. Stand by. Megan of All Trades is streaming. Ooh. She is. Let's see. I want to raid someone with a smaller person. This is a beadwork person that I've been following for a little bit, so I think we're gonna raid her. So give me a second to get in my chat. Hold on. She has like the most soothing voice I've ever heard in my life. So we're going to raid Positively Crafty. All right. Great. Everyone is going. So we'll raid Positively Crafty.
The Pico.
All right, so for everyone else who's not on Twitch, oops, I don't turn this off.
SunBearGlassCraft.
So for everyone not on Twitch, I am gonna go and